What's going on, YouTubers? Untitled Lex here. So let me put up a quick video of my tank. I'm doing some early morning maintenance on my fish tank. My phosphates got a little bit too high. My purple cap is turning a different color on me, so I need to get that back to purple. But besides the phosphates being a little bit high, everything is doing great. So, as into my monthly maintenance of my tank. So monthly, I made this canister filter from a old canister that I had laying around. I didn't make it, I just modified it. I modified the joints. And then what I do is I add this into the coralline reactor. And this is actually pretty good. This brings your nitrates down to like almost zero. And so you could even leave it in there, but I change it once a month just to make sure my levels stay down, because with 33 fish, it's kind of hard. And then my little fish's 550 reactor. I usually put, for a tank this big, I put the media to about there, so that when the water starts to flow around, you want the media to move around. You'll see the granules of ferric oxide moving up and down, but not too much flow that it comes back out. A little bit as to the bottom of my tank. Got these little switches here controlling everything. That's my heaters, my rancho controller. I have a little pump going on now because I'm hatching brine shrimps inside my tank. I don't know if you can see that's a little brine shrimp hatchery going on right there. So every other day I add new eggs, and it keeps putting brine shrimps into the water. The corals love it. Fish eat it, everything eat it. So the little side view, I know it's kind of dirty. I'm fixing a new sump. I'm gonna break this piece of wood out right here. I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna add a support. I'm gonna just put a new sump completely in there. I'm already building it. The last time I put this sump, I had to call my boy Nelson to come up here. I had to empty out the water to like here. That's too much water emptying out. And it was still a struggle to move the tank forward to push it in through the back. So I'm not gonna go through that headache again. I had so many buckets full of water. I'm gonna knock this part out. It's not really supporting much, and I'm gonna put a piece of wood supporting also while I do that. And then I'm gonna put it back with like clamps or something. So the water goes down from over there. I made a manifold here. One feeds my nitrate reactor, one feeds my phosphine reactor, and one feeds my UV light. For UV light, I have the big Coralife, the biggest one you can get. My pump, I had a Jibo pump, but that pump went out on me, so now I went back to my Mag 18. Mag 18s are the best pump, I think, in my suggestion. A little bit noisy, but they'll last you a good 10 years. My float valve for my ATO, I built it up there, so now I'm gonna have to redo the plumbing when I put in the new sump. It's my mangroves. I got these from Florida. I go to Florida every year and I pick them myself. I gotta pull out some of the ones from the back that I didn't get no light. I'm probably put it into my little 50 cube. But I got the seeds off of the tree. I put them in a bucket for like 2 weeks. They start to get the roots, and then I put them in here. So I'll be doing the same thing again this year. Let's see if we can see some of the pods going on here, some pod action. Or I feed the Coralife UV light. I feed it straight into like the bottom, so it brings up some of the dirt on the bottom, and the bottom doesn't stay too dirty, instead of adding a pump just for that. I got pods growing everywhere here, but it's kind of hard to capture it. But I have two mangroves, two mandarins, and a red scooter blending. They all eat pods, everybody happy. For Skimmer, I got the Reef Diablo. He's off right now, but I can push a little button right here. He turns on. He's gonna start turning on right now. I'm still doing my maintenance and everything, so that's why everything is still off right now. See, the water starts to go up. This protein skimmer is awesome. It's a little bit too strong for my tank. I think it's rated for like 600 gallons, so I don't leave them on all the time. And I usually turn them off for about probably the whole weekend. I leave them off. So I cleaned that. I cleaned my filter sock today. Little filter sock bucket. I also have another bucket in my other tank. I got about like 30 filter socks, 20 something filter socks, and once everything gets dirty, I clean them out twice a week, the filter socks. It's already bubbling up. That skimmer is strong. And now that I brought the water down, once the flow valve goes down on my sensor, this big bucket here is my water reservoir. It's connected to that ATO right there, which turns the thing on. I also put a switch in the bottom of the ATO, so whenever I do a water change, I just turn it off if I need to unplug it. That's my Rancho controller for the heaters. I have 2 heaters in my tank, 2 400-watt heaters. This is the controller to my MP40. That's my Jibo dosing pump. I also put one of these pumps to give water. See the line there on the floor? To my 50-gallon cube. So every day it pumps, I think about like 1,700 mLs or whatever into this fish tank. So I don't have to put an ATO in a reservoir just for that one. This carpet enemy is beautiful, but he's hiding right now. It's still early morning. Just gotta get my colors back on this cap. If I end up keeping it, I might just get rid of it because my phosphate's a little bit too high. This is a short video on my monthly maintenance on this 180-gallon tank. I also change about 40 gallons of water a month. See my little red guy right here. Where's the other mandarin? Of course, you can't find the mandarins when you want them. But I have 2 huge mandarins. Well, 1 huge one, 1 little one. And I don't see them. Everybody's hiding right now. They know I'm filming. I've had this guy for about a year. Kind of cool. My hydras. And that's pretty much it, people. Hope you enjoyed. Look at this bad boy right here. It's the Reef Diablo.